birthday, September 9th, 2021, I left you behind in Kenya, not knowing for certain if we will ever be reunited in this lifetime. When I took a flight to the altar of abstinence, after 13 years of having great marital sex, I reluctantly declared to be a new born again virgin, converting to celibacy at the apex of my sexual prime, practicing a sexless religion that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever to me, the man who proudly fathered your two sons, two daughters, ranging from ages 2 to 12, getting used to living in a one-parent household. I dare not say single because I will not divorce you, the first and only woman I will ever adore, whose heart, mind, body, soul I had the pleasure to delve inside head first, like an Olympian swimming for gold, in your pool for intense sessions of holistic intercourse. At the table of holy matrimony, we enjoyed our supper, consisting of whole grain, broken breaded genitals. Two flesh came as one in sacred communion, brewed up a storm of erotica in our shrine, poured out sexaholic beverages under the cover as an offering swallowed up like vitamins and minerals, drunk ourselves into a stupor off this potent fusion of our secretions, untamed scriptures so wildly divine, solidly ingrained in my psyche for life. Though I am presently far away from the wetlands of your well-rounded Heavenly Temple Baptist Church, I cherish the memories of you moaning to the beat of my pastoral sermons, taking you for a slippery ride down my rocky road, shaking the bedstands, thrusting you at different angles and speeds until you squirt. As I sung your praises, worshiped at your feet, for hydrating my throat from your overflowing well. Now I faithfully suffer long in this California drought. Out of love for you, I would be the best born-again virgin husband you can ever ask for, because I am not willing to eternally burn in hell behind drinking from another cistern to moisten my dry mouth. Adultery may be one of the multiple choice answers on this test, but only fidelity will defeat the flesh in this spiritual war. That's those pieces.
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Abraham Kamani.
Let's go, Abraham.
Abraham. Amazing.
Let's go.
Abraham Kamani. Make sure you put your info in the chat so that people can follow you. And of course, as always, I'd like to remind you that everyone, you can change your name so that you can include your social media handles so that the people can follow you. As you know, everyone knows, like, I'm so big on that. I will stop poets before they're performing to make sure, like, where can we follow you online? Help us build community, you know? Okay, let's keep it moving. Next coming up, it is the Beanie God. And that is Deadpan Lizzie. Let me unmute Deadpan Elizabeth Strauss, also realtor by day, poet by night. Let the people know where they can find you and that awesome beanie of yours, which I know is a gift from Emily Cordes, right out of Italy. Let them know where you can find you online. Then you got 3 minutes to rock, sis.
Yes, thank you, Emily, for my beanie from Rome. I love it. You can find me at elizabethsophiastrauss.com, and I will drop it in the chat when I'm finished with my poem. This poem is called The Capricorn of Yorkville. I wish I did not miss her, not confident enough to walk the few avenues and blocks to tell her this, or to send her a digital ping. I cannot hide behind my love that never turned into sea foam. I miss her scent, her touch, her intelligence, the way she bites her lip when she paints, how her brow bunches up when she feels anxious, her advice, her kindness, her long blonde Rapunzel hair, her emojis, her smile, her bluish green eyes that made me notice her in the first place. I had to meet those eyes. I miss her. Some say it is because of recent life changes or what society wants me to feel. I march to the beat of my own drummer. I do not care about what society declares normal or traditional, though there is something so comforting about tradition. To each their own. I am generally happy except for this one unfilled heart-shaped box that constantly stares me down. Aphrodite refuses to let me have the confidence to give her my diamond. Or am I who blocks myself from the family jewels that I believe my soulmate should be wearing? They say I am fearless. Fear prevents me day in and out from the few avenues and blocks of Yorkville to tell her how I feel. When Apollo wakes for his extra hour of sleep, Will he shine the sun over my heart to make me jog over to her? Or will I take the tram to escape? To continue to ponder my emotions as they rattle around in my scarecrow brain and tin woman heart. Though the role I need to don the lion. He found his courage. So shouldn't this lioness be able to find hers? Thank you.
Oh, unmute yourselves. Give it up for Elizabeth.
Hey.
Yes, girl.
Dope.
Yes. Dope.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it. Actually, that's one of my favorite of yours of lately. That's what's up. I really like that. Make sure you go give her a follow. Deadpan Lizzie. We call it Deadpan Lizzie because the delivery very much deadpan, but her words have a great deal of life. Next, coming up is another person who has a great deal of life and energy, and we love him for it. It is our cult leader who's coming out with a book, Mr. Nick Paleologos. Let the people know where they can find you online so you can talk about they can follow about your book and open mics you host, and then you got 3 minutes to rock.
Look at that, right there, my name. You mean this one, right? That's my book, everyone. This is my book right here. Ad versus reaction. Get your copy. Go talk to that name right there. Let's go. Let's get into it. 2 pieces. First one. I was told cupping season was always in the fall. If that were the case, my birthday would be a never-ending menage a trois. I would be cupped down to a partner. That's not the case, as I have been single for a while now. Cupping season is not in September, October, or November. No, it's every month, every day. Cupping season is every damn minute. As cops take handcuffs to people, put them in jail, especially the black and brown people. The 13th Amendment says that slavery did not end. It's just hide it behind bars. Cupping season is a 365 marathon that has been lasting for a few centuries now in the US of A. I used to pray on a broken rosary, hope to God that humans don't get fucked over doggy style in a jail cell by skewed gavels to lost years and lost sanity. Cupping season is a year-long marathon. You can tell anyone to be careful out there, but that doesn't mean that others are not. And we shouldn't get fucked over by crooked cops and crooked people. Second one, a lot lighter.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's all good. Fuck it is just cuff kit rearranged. Fuck it. Fucking A. Look at what the mess you made. We have entered into the season where handcuffs lock relationships, couples become lost hoodies. Cuffed to the partner, locked into love, locked up, throw away the key. The judges are the two locked into love, into each other. The sentence be however long it be in this cold, cold world. However you spend this cuffing season, may the sex not be the only reason you both stay together. I'm done.
Now unmute yourselves. Give it up for
That was
Nick
dope. That was dope.
Paleologos.
Good job. So good. Always on fire.
Nick, I love you, Nick.
I knew someone was gonna flip it like that, but I didn't think about it today. I was like, oh, wait, how can they flip it? Okay, so make sure you give him a follow at The Real Nick P. Let's keep it moving. Good night so far. Next coming up is Tara Lee. I love Tara Lee. I love her name. I love her energy. I love her poetry. There she is. Ron must have unmuted her. Tara, let the people know where they can find you online. Then you got 3 minutes to rock out, sis. And I'm loving your sweater.
Thank you. I love it too. It looked better than I thought it would when I bought it. But yeah, Tara Lee. I'm from Chesapeake, Virginia. Here's my stuff. I will put it all in the chat for you guys. I have books too. Check out my website, taralee.com, to get your book today. But let me get into my poems because I'm going to try to put 2 in here. And I have a timer to check myself. All right, first one on theme, or try to. It's cuffing season. You know, that time of year when it gets cold and people snuggle up with someone they love. I don't have that kind of person. Instead, I have you. Family and friends layered with unique characteristics, topped with physical appearance, all made to be with me. A room I can always go to just to take a break, a place that will welcome me no matter what my past looks like. I don't know how long you'll stay, but I'll cherish each moment I can have with you. My gifts from God. That's the first one, and it went shorter than I thought. So I do have time to read from my book because I have a perfect one from the book for this. This is called Our Flight. It's been a year, and we've grown out of the honeymoon phase. My heart no longer flips when you walk through the front door. I've gotten used to waking up and seeing your deep dimples. Your shower concerts don't make me giggle, and my heart doesn't skip at the sight of you cooking me breakfast. Instead, I just smile with a growing warmth inside, like the chimney has been burning all night long. Thank you, everybody.
Unmute yourselves and give it up
Awesome. Loved it. Good stuff.
Make sure you go give Tara Lee a follow. Find out how you can get her book. Tara, make sure that you also put your information to the chat so that people can copy and paste. Next, coming up, we're throwing you a wild card early in the show, and that is the Withdrawn. Let me unmute him. Oh, he got the hoodie. I'm preparing. He got the hoodie. Brother, where can we find you online? And you got 3 minutes to rock out. Good seeing you as always.
Good seeing you too, man. Y'all can follow me at thewithdrawn.com, The Withdrawn on Instagram. Currently off social media, but I'll be back soon to connect with y'all. This piece, the queen isn't in here, but this is about her. It's called Your Sweater is Giving Me Cuffing Season Vibes. She says my sweater gives her cuffing season vibes. I know sometimes she can't stand me and I can't stand her, but Amanda, don't act like I won't buy a ticket for you to come out here tonight. Run my fingers right through the patch that is your birthmark. Serving me all this tea, yet looking into those delectable brown eyes is what I thirst for. Queen, tell me how much you love me. Tell me that if nobody else got your back, that I can be the one doing all the scrubbing. I wonder what words you exchanged the other day when you crossed paths with my mom. You strike me as the type to be like, I respect you and all, but your son's dick is bomb. Can you imagine that? Then she laughs and calls my jack like you better be tearing up that ass. Nah, but for real though, you be inspiring the kid. Even when the world wants to see me down and I get really tired of it, you find little ways to show up. Reminds me that no entity in this world can ever expose us, because we know us. And that's all that matters. You take the cake, baby, while everything else can just exist as the batter. Come over again while I sleep and visit in my dreams. Or tell someone to provide me with virtual reality till it's you again that I get to actually see. Let's go do something wild that both of us will remember. Like engage in a foursome with Advocate and Mariella. Oh shit, wait, I thought I got rid of that line. Let's just pretend that I said a double date on the beach somewhere looking for hidden treasure. Once we find all the gold, we can give it to the host. And he can take it back home and give it right to the New York. Watching you do your thing, love, I swear makes me happy. I'm craving a night with you again, finding food before we go chill back at the Gatsby. Complaining about the walk and that I don't know where I'm going. Pointing out your angel numbers and telling me I'm annoying. I deeply miss your wines and one of my favorites, your laugh. Oh, baby, for us, cuffing season ain't a thing. Cause I know you mine. In and out of that. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for the wild card.
Oh my God.
Good.
You made Advocate blush.
Killing it.
Let's do that.
Hold on.
I was not ready for that. See, I warned all of you it's the wild card. I needed to warn myself. The Withdrawn, you can find them thewithdrawn.com or at The Withdrawn on Instagram. And it's forever going to be recorded on the Facebook and YouTube page of the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, which is a great way to tell you. Make sure you go check out the Nuyorican Poets Cafe on Facebook and YouTube. I am sure the Withdrawn is now going to send this to Amanda, be like, yo, I did it. This is their reaction. Okay, let's keep it going. Next coming up, we've got Finn Bell. Let me unmute Finn Bell. Oh, I don't know what you did to your hair, but it's extra popping today. I love it. Finn Bell got her hands.
80s. It has an 80s vibe today. There you go.
I'm loving it. Finn Bell has her hands in a bunch of cookie jars. Make sure when she gives you her information to follow her, you give her a follow. Finn, you know the deal. Where can we follow you online? And you got 3 minutes to bless us.
Thank you. Thank you. You can follow me on Linktree. It's just simply Finn Bell. So I have 2 poems. One is not on theme, and then the second one is possibly on theme. This first one is called Worn Teeth. I fed her the thin, weakened tea that would lift her head higher, and she would not fade into the same pail of the pillow. Surrounding her frail head, we cushioned her dreams in cheap thread count. We were sure to position her just so her teeth did not jangle inside her mouth. It reeked, but we only looked at the surface beauty. It calmed our nerves. I wanted to share my skin with her, but it would not fit around her bones. I could not wrap one more time it around my own slow decaying body. Oh, goddess, help me. I fed her the thin, weakened tea that would lift her head higher. And then the second one is called My Bones Rattle in This Cold. Under the weight of a love possible because, baby, we haven't even begun. But already we are crumbling, though in 10 years you will claim we haven't changed our tune since that winter of 2011. But I know better. Did you see what I did there? Are you still following? Or did you dance and disappear like the steam on my radiator, darling? We play at transforming into a we and watch as that reality trembles. I sometimes wonder if stardust and magic can be a real thing, like romantic people often say it is, as you lean your oven-hot body against mine, and I gather up my skirts and all of a sudden pull you up and urge you to pick daisies with me in the dead of winter and make them into crowns. We toast them on dime store lighters, and we say that we feast every day like queens. In this future I see, sooner in my head, light-headed, I watch our loathing crawl underneath our skin. Do you see it too, babe? I think my hallucinations like to watch premonition lessons that come, because isn't that what harder and leaner call for? A sacrifice you belch and scratch in front of the flicker of the telly, and my hair color leaches away in disgust simply by looking at you. Our dreams on injured legs, not wings, but still we dance, a broken dance, an old dance that we don't quite remember all the steps to, but we are compelled to reenact. Our fond memories of this heat of our youth, when did they begin to puncture and release smoke? Let us vow to stay together now, lover, until an eternity, or at least until only our skin and bones remain to burn, until our words are buried alongside the passionate oaths that we swore when we were someone else, not this, when we still wanted this you and this me before we lost our cares. Thank you.
Ooh, Unmute yourselves. Give this woman
And
some
you're
love.
so glorious. So much. So good.
Awesome.
You need to go give her a follow. Finn_Bell. Make sure you give her a follow. PHYNNE_BELLE. She's hosting workshops and podcasts and other open mics. Make sure you go give her a follow. Oh, I know who Sergio is. What's up, Sergio? I see him. I met Sergio. We're gonna hear from him later. All right, that's what's up. I'm glad you signed up. That's what's up, brother. Go give Finn Bell a follow, y'all. Next coming up, Ray Camacho. Y'all ain't ready. People in there, Ray's like a boxer right now. He's swaying. I don't know what it is, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know. I see the sway. He like, yo, I'm about to break something. You know, and there is actually, truth be told, there is one time that Ray did break something while performing the poem on the Monday night online open mic. So Ray, please, holidays are coming up. We want to save money. So just beware your surroundings. With that being said, let the people know where they can find you online, and then you got 3 minutes to tear shit up.
Hi, I'm Raymond Camacho. I am the Goki Poet. You can find me on Instagram at Ray Did This. I have a 30-minute feature and open mic tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please feel free to show up and perform some pieces. All right, so this one is an old one. It's called New Yorkers Don't Sleep. Last night was rough. Tossing and turning, reliving the nightmares of my ex. Why haven't I moved? Why haven't I healed? Why haven't I forgiven him or forgiven myself or whatever bullshit affirmation people keep telling me? Forgiveness, as if it was that easy. It takes time, they say, but it's been over a year and I'm too afraid to be with anyone else. Anxiety sky high when another man touches me. And when I wander the streets at night, men won't even look at me. 3.9 million men in this godforsaken city, not even one looks at me. Not even one wants to fuck me. Why don't men want to fuck me? When did I become Miranda when all that I wanted to become was Samantha? Maybe I'm just a carry clinging to Mr. Big Dick. Life must be so fucking easy for these white women, bochin chando all day long, while the rest of us slave at a 9 to 5 because poetry doesn't pay. Day after day, placed into this little white box, being told at work that my shit isn't good enough and that everyone needs to do their part, even though my ancestors already did their part to keep this fucking country from falling apart. And I'm already doing my fucking part in this American dream. American dream. New Yorkers don't get to sleep. Endless nights tossing and turning, waiting to hear the coquis. Maybe if we continue to do our part, maybe if we continue to eat frozen manduros and instant yellow rice, maybe we'll finally fall asleep. Since then, we all collectively decided that we're gonna die on this artificial island. White people, isn't that good enough? That we continue this cycle of colonization by colonizing ourselves and colonizing our children, pass down our bleach history like a torch, a rite of passage. In order to be New Yorican, we must give up the dream of going back home. Puerto Rico is just monopoly, and white people love to roll the dice, open a business in San Juan, tax-free. White people are eating up the island piece by piece, and my people are still living in poverty. 250,000 Puerto Ricans without power each and every night. And while New Yorkers toss and turn, these Puerto Ricans are resilient enough to keep up the fight. How the fuck did the government sell parts of El Yunque to a white man? El Yunque, 20% of the island's fresh waters come from El Yunque, and the government wants to cut it up and sell it to the highest bidder. Shame. Shame that we write metaphors about board games because the audience is either too dumb or not interested to help Puerto Rico. Shame. Shame on us. Shame on me. I shouldn't be living in this American dream, writing poetry when my people are starving. I am not starving. When my people are protesting, I am not protesting. When my people are living in poverty, I am not living in poverty. And when my people are fighting to thrive, I am thriving. Shame on me. Shame on every New Yorican willingly choosing this American dream in this city that never sleeps because there are no coquis in New York City. And fuck the government for shipping the coquis to Hawaii. I hope the coquis eat up the island the way white people are eating up ours. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves and give it up for Ray Camacho.
Wow.
Nasty, bro.
Oh,
Great
okay.
did this.
Oh,
Damn, Ray did all that.
Fire.
Ray went in. I told y'all no censorship. You were warned. But listen. As a New Rican, the most proud thing I can say about him performing that poem is he broke nothing while doing it. That man was so upset, but I love it. I love his energy. I was watching the faces in Zoom and on the chat, the people with it. At Ray did this. Make sure that you go give him a follow. And when we do a 2-1 event with Puerto Rico, I told Ray I want him to rock out in that. I just got to get the date. Ray did this. Make sure you go give him a follow. Next coming up, we got All in Your Face. Now we're going to give you some honey from Honey Love. Honey Lung. Tanish Core. Let me unmute Tanish. Now, I'm just going to let y'all know, do not let Tanish's voice fool you. She's a fantastic writer. Yes, her voice is great and we love it, but she is also a fantastic writer. Tanish, let the people know they can find you online, and you got 3 minutes to rock.
You can find me on IG at Tanish Cantos, and you can find my website, tanishcantos.com. And I have this, that's a pretty recent poem. It's called, I don't know if it makes sense, the title, but it's When Warming Means Relief. This is more than just a drizzle, an offering. It's a warning of winter. No warming on the volcanic horizon when every season seems lacking reason, no sweet spot. No ripe, peachy air from one to the next we get wrath, ruthless over ruthless ones who suffer enough but not really, says their money as they forge on with colonizing blood they own. They perfected prefecting Martian perfection, taking their money. We borrow with them, with us still here, to save a dying planet with thoughts, prayers, and tears. There is hope, but it won't come from them, from there. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves. Let's give some love to Tanish.
Oh,
It's phenomenal.
that was
Honey
lit.
Love.
Peace, Tanish.
Phenomenal.
Good. Also, that voice.
Make sure that you go give her a follow, Tanish Cantos. Oh, I love having her here, right? And her voice is so awesome. But sometimes, like, I got to warn people about her voice because it's like, I don't want you to miss the writing, too. Sometimes you get so, hooked on the voice, like you get hooked on Anthony Misiano's jawline. Love that dude. All right, next coming up is Rich Glennon. Rich Daddy Glennon. We know him. We knew him before his daddy days, and he had energy and money in his bank account. Now we know him to be very tired and broke. Now I'm just joking. I don't know what he's doing. Rich Glennon, let the people know they can find you online, brother. Beard's coming in good, by the way. And you got 3 minutes to rock.
Thank you. I'm dead on the inside. You could follow me at Rich Glidden at Instagram and on Tumblr too, Rich Glidden. So I'm going to do 2 short ones. The first one is somewhat on topic. It's called Wedlock. This is just published. It's going to be at the South Florida Poetry Journal. It's called Wedlock. I was rocking the baby in the bedroom, anxious about a looming social event, when my wife popped her head in and said she accidentally pulled the doorknob off the front door, that we were stuck at home, which reminded me why I married her. And the second poem is called Black Beans. While grabbing a coffee pod from the cabinet, I noticed on the back of a bean can a black mumble of stovetop cooking instructions. Just heat. Not heat, just heat. The coffee didn't matter as much anymore. This bean can, like a tortured teen, with his back facing me, speaking with feigned brevity, needed me, his father. When I read Just Heat, I heard the Smiths honking like a deserted goose through the cracks of a door covered in caution tape, not so gently hinting, he wants his obtuse father to stay away, just stay away. I'll admit, none of our dinners have used black beans lately. Instead, we tend to use red kidney beans. I'm sure the constant rejection is like a punch to the kidneys, a kick in the beans. But it doesn't have to be this way. How about you come out off your ledge? A cute little tomato moved in next door that I think would pair nicely with you. And if you're not into redheads, she's always hanging around an avocado who seems nice enough. I think her father is a surgeon or something like that. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves and give some life to the man who's dead on the inside.
Always so good.
Yes.
Nice.
Seem very alive inside.
Rich Glennon, a mainstay here at the Monday night online open mic. Love having that dude. You know, one of the great things about Monday, what we've got here, and this being our 84th week in a row of doing it, is like we really do have history here to pull back from. We really got to see Rich pre-baby, and then like right when he was about to have the baby, and now later. And I'm so happy that he's back. Make sure you go give him a follow. I'm seeing what you're doing with your camera, Anthony. You're just exciting me over there. You're just exciting me. I love it. Make sure y'all join us on Zoom so you can see Anthony playing around 279-995-364 right now. Oh, she's back. Mary Blenderman. Mary Blenderman is back. I'm not even mad that my Chicago Bears are playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, even though Mary's from Pittsburgh. Mary probably has no idea about that or maybe doesn't care. I'm not sure. Either way, I love Mary. Hi, Mary. How have you been?
Hi, I'm here. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Please let the people know where they can find you online, your website, and then you got 3 minutes to give us the goodies, your poetry.
Okay. It's all in the chat. Please take a deep breath in with me. And out. This poem is dedicated to the memory of Mr. Jim Rogers. When I say abolition of the carceral state, I mean a man should be able to ride a bike through a sun-drenched October morning and live to watch smoke rings rise like spirits through the gates of golden leaves. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Could you be mine? Could you be mine? I mean, we have no need for an institution that rouses the ghosts of slave catchers and gives them motorcycles, sirens wailing the colors of blood and suffocating skin. A gun full of lightning is still a gun. The prioritization of private property over human dignity will always reap casualties, but at least we can say no harm came to Eric Garner's tray of cigarettes, to George Floyd's $20 bill, to the bike Jim Rogers took for a test ride that someone was giving away. It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Could you be mine? Could you be mine? The last killing was today, 2 blocks from my front porch. There's a mother who cannot eat. There's no such thing as a beautiful victim, only the familiar list of crimes, the hollow anthem. Jim Rogers was poor and black and would not stay on the ground. I've always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. When I say abolition of the carceral state, I mean I cannot work towards freedom until I abolish the voice in my heart that claims a right to condemnation, to use the word criminal as a name. I mean, to be a neighbor, I need clear and compassionate eyes, so I'm reminding myself crime is a symptom of unmet need. Crime is a symptom of unmet need. Crime is a symptom of unmet need. And whenever I'm on my bike, I'm thinking of Jim Rogers and I'm singing, so let's make the most of this beautiful day. If we're together, might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
Unmute yourselves. Give some love to Mary.
Yes.
Man,
Make
that's
Mary, I love your work.
So creative and beautiful. I love it.
So
Thank you,
profound.
Wow.
I'm speechless. That's powerful.
Nice.
left us all in the trance right there, right? Like it left us all in the trance. Mary Blenderman, make sure you go check out the website, maryblenderman.com with 2 N's when you spell Blenderman. Make sure that you go check out Mary's website. It's good to see you, Mary. Ooh, that one's gonna rattle in us for a little bit, right? Like that one's gonna rattle in us for a little bit. All right, real quick, before we go on to the next poet, because we did have some people show up late, and give a breather right now that, oh, I love when poets do that. I love it. I love it. I feel it, like I could feel the energy that all of us are like, whoa, I got to sit with that for a second. While we are sitting with that, those who showed up late, this is the Monday Night Online Open Mic presented by the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, hosted by me, Advocate of Wordz. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. If you would like to check us, our past open mics out, or the recording of this open mic, and listen to like Mary's poem again, make sure you go to our Facebook and YouTube. Tonight's open mic is closed. Signups begin 24 hours before the show on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. To sign up, you would go to nuyorican.org, our website, and you would click on the full events calendar. When you get there, you would choose the date that you were signing up for. Next Monday is the 15th, so you would click the 15th, and you would get an artist RSVP ticket. The only way to get onto the open mic list is to get an artist RSVP ticket. 2 venues, 1 mic. This Sunday, it begins another new venture, part of the next generation. We are teaming up with Spoken Word Paris. Now, look, I have tried to say the name of the cafe that they're in, but I am not going to offend our new friends in Paris by attempting to repeat the name or say the name. I just don't have the tongue for it. I'm sorry. But you can check out Spoken Word Paris's website at www.spokenwordparis.org. Or if you happen to be in Paris, they have a show every Monday night, right? And it's cool because they're ahead of time. You're not going to miss our Monday night. But if you're ever in Paris, make sure you go check them out. Look up the website for all of that information. November 14th is when we're doing it at 2 p.m. Eastern. I still have some room for people to come to hang out in the audience if you want to be there. We are doing, next year, we're going to do a ton of 2-1 events just like this. So, the first event for Paris, we are going to have the lovely Diane Ward will be joining us. We are going to have Miro rocking out. We are going to have Anthony Missiano. We are going to have Paul Skiff. We are going to have Abraham Cardona. Wait, and I'm missing 2 people. Amanda Villanueva, okay? And apparently I've been invited into a foursome with her because that's what the Withdrawn had said in his poem. So she will be there. And how can I forget? And Ray Jane. And Ray Jane will be rocking out. And then when we do London in January, we're going to have a whole different squad. And then in February, we do Princeton. We're going to have a whole nother squad. So that is what we are doing. And let me close this out because I don't think there's anything else, right? That's the end of it. Yeah. So let me close this out. And I just want to say something real quick one more time. I really want to thank all of you, the community who is giving so much love. I mean, there are times that I have needed help at the shows and people have helped. People have taken pictures. People have brought liquor. People have brought food, or they're going to be bringing food at different shows we're doing. We have people who are jumping on and helping behind the scenes. Like, so much of what I'm able to do now in terms of hybrid or 2-1 is because of the community. And I just want to say thank you so much. And I really am looking towards like having this community grow in a way like where we're really like poetry connoisseurs and we're really like trying to help one another. And right now, like at one point we reached 92 participants in here. There are 30 poets who signed up, but there were at the highest, right now there's 87, but at the highest there was 92. That means there were 3 times as many people coming and listening to poetry as opposed to share. And I love that. And that's because of the community. And I want to thank y'all. And a huge, huge shout out to Mariela Salazar, who is learning how difficult it is to work with me. And she is going through it, folks. She is being put through the ringer. Give that woman some love, that poor woman, give her some love. And she's making sure that press is coming to cover it and to talk about all the poets and the community in Paris that we're hooking up with, and the community in New York and Poets Cafe. And we're looking to do that also in London, all this great stuff. So make sure you go give her a follow at Made by Mariela, at least for the sake of knowing that you're like, oh my God, she's got to work with Wordz. Yup, poor woman. Poor woman. We're feeling for you, Mariela. Okay, next coming up is, I think it's Generalissimo. I lost my list. It is Generalissimo. I did remember. Another mainstay here at the Monday night online open mic. Generalissimo.
Are you positive it's Generalissimo?
There we go.
Are you positive it's him?
What'd you say?
Are you positive it's him?
I think so. But if it's not, I think we're going to go with him. We're going to go with that good-looking face right there and that good-looking book cover in the background. Why don't you let the people know where they can find you and that good-looking book cover in the background right there?
I will put everything in the chat, which is I can't think of I can't remember all the shit, so I'll put it in the chat. But I do have on this Friday Pick and Zoom, which is a British open mic, and then also next week on the 18th, I do have Poetry Games, which is with Fincabulary, where I'll be doing a succession of haikus and tankas. We're gonna just roll through doing a whole bunch of little exercises with haikus and tankas. And right now I'll read some poetry for you. So where did I have this crap? Okay. This is something I just wrote just over an hour ago in Paul Concaso's workshop. And I don't know if he has any more coming up, but he should definitely put them in the chat. This is called Why We Shed Tears Instead of Keeping Them in a Shed. The poet Heli Shah has proclaimed, a man should be a man when he sheds his first tear. What happens when we hold back a tear? When we continue to hold back our tears, when we refuse our sad for a smile of deceit, when our largest fear becomes a fear of emotion, where does the body store all that salt from all those held back tears? In the stomach, in the heart, in the disposition? Does the salt leach into all our emotions? Does it slowly disintegrate our psyches like salt deposited by snowplows that causes potholes that become sinkholes? Why do our tears carry salt? Why do our tears carry salt? What happens to all the salt when we hold back tears? And this is a piece I did the other day called Hide and Go Moon. I cannot find the moon tonight. I know it is hiding somewhere. I can feel its glow upon my anxiety. It challenges me to explore the stars that have gathered to protest the cloud's existence. But I don't see a cloud anywhere. But just because I don't see clouds doesn't mean they aren't present. The moon has always been a wily character. Mac the Knife tried to milk the cows that jumped over him. Then he became a jazz standard. He changes from silver to red to blue without using makeup or masks. He inspires poems and songs and causes werewolves to happen. He's always somewhere in the world. He hides in plain sight better than anyone else, yet he still gets blamed every time a human being bears his buttocks in public. The lunacy of it all. Thank you.
Unmute yourself, give some love to Jeremy Lee.
Nice.
Nice,
nice.
nice.
That was
Salute you,
nice.
General.
So good.
Jeremy Lee Simone, make sure you give him a follow so you can check out, find out all the info on his book and the stuff that he's hosting and where he's going to be featured. See, a lot of people are doing a lot of things. That's why we say you got to go follow them online so you can find out all the awesome things that they are doing. Let's keep it moving on. It's date night for Anthony Misiano and his wife. Oh, look at that. So cute. I love it. Look at the date night. Awesome. All right, no pressure, poets. You know, you just don't want to ruin this date night for this married couple who's very, very happy. And the first pressure goes to Roz. We're going to the Bronx for Roz. Now, let me tell you about Roz. Roz's poetry is awesome. And this woman also looks good in every single color. We are going to find, no, I'm joking. We're not going to find the color. Roz, let the people know where they can find you online. We got 5 minutes to rock out, sis. Good to see you as always.
Good to see you too. So you can find me on Through Her Big Brown Eyes, throughherbigbrownyes.com. And I wanted to do my intro to my book, Lady Lotus, which is available now. And now, I don't know, it's not showing up, but whatever, it's here. And I got my first 20 copies. I'm waiting on the bigger shipment. I'm so excited. My baby is finally here. So yeah, I was very emotional. But on to the topic. This next poem I wrote because I was annoyed at the NYPD. But I'm gonna make it work and I'm gonna make it fit the theme. So I've renamed it for tonight, Cuffing Season for My Annoying Neighbor. And it goes like this. Black eyes, 2.5 hours is the time it took for 50 to respond to my call on behalf of her. She is as annoying as they come. Her kids are my alarm clock on a Saturday morning. But she deserves to be saved nonetheless because she's mourning. The woman she once was before he destroyed her. But they took too long. And now I have to wait till the next time she's wailing in the confines of her home and hope that the response time matters next time I pick up that phone. And that a female 50 doesn't have to apologize for more than just the Bronx streets being busy that day, hoping the next time isn't too late for my annoying neighbor. End poem.
Unmute yourselves and give some Bronx love.
My Lady Lotus. My Lady Lotus.
Thank you.
Lady Lotus.
Hello.
Look, is he
Hello.
A little delayed, I saw it's a little delayed. So nonetheless, make sure you go give her a follow at Through Her Big Brown Eyes or her website, throughherbigbrownyes.com. And I think the poem was fantastic because our married couple is still on the date. You did well, Roz. You did well. Okay, listen, before we keep it moving, because I know he's on the waiting list and we're going to get to him, but still, I want to give him an opportunity. Ron, can you please unmute yourselves and let the people know that where they can find you? This man is helping behind the scenes with 2-1, with Hybrid, with the Monday night online open mic. I appreciate him. He does his own thing in his own organization. Ron, make sure you promote it. Let the people know.
Thank you so much. I am at Ron Mark Thompson on social media. My organization, Bronx Art and Fun Hub, BXAFH, doing a workshop this Thursday and a open mic on Friday. And I'm also moonlighting for The Word is Right with Marissa Brada. Wednesday, I'm hosting a workshop. I'll put that in the chat. Thank you, Advocate, for being you. Thank you for allowing me to help you. Looking forward to 2-1 and Hybrid. And you can find me here every Monday and Thursday. Thank you, Advocate.
All right, My man, Ron Mark Thompson, he got his hands in a bunch of cookie jars too. Make sure that you go give him a follow. A very important person in this community, always backing me up. I appreciate you, brother. Next coming up is a man who I know got my back. That's why I could walk these mean streets of the Bronx and bump into people because I know he got my back. And that is the man who they had to create different colors of the belt because he has too many black belts. The MMA fighter that everyone is afraid of, and that is Thomas Connor. Brother, it's good to see you. Where can the people find you online if they're brave enough? And you got 3 minutes to rock out.
Thomas Connor on Facebook and TAC7371 on Instagram. My instructor has seen videos of this and he gets a laugh at it. So he's going to get at you in a minute. He's going to get at you in a minute. We had a conversation yesterday. So I'm not in it. If you see anyone that says Seafood Jesus Santiago, you know it's you he's coming for, bro. That's all. All right, let's go. I just wrote this actually to the theme, so it's a little rough, so bear with me. Floating irises, peering into each other's unknown, stares between the red oak banisters as she moves in grace, brunette hair, blonde on the tips, dress split slightly, thigh dark, coffee brown. She is old school archetype beauty in full bloom. Opium on her neck, scent of a goddess, smell of yestereve on our bed, inhaling her in every breath as we dance between the sheets, momentary lover, passion in the time of Corona, she and me, I in her, I in her. Moans and tomes, we are Shakespeare in the dark, triple X censured, centuries in the making, eternal. We rock until the sunrise. We both on the same side of the bed, still fused to this muse as the sun cracks on the window. Silhouette of us. Good morning, sunshine. Let's do it all again right now. End poem.
Man, you can kick your ass. Give it up for Thomas Connor.
That was amazing.
Yeah, beautiful, Boricua.
Make sure you go give him a follow, Thomas Connor. He's so sweet. But if you look at his lady too long, he gonna kick your ass. And apparently he sent in like his instructor to teach me something, man. I don't know what it is, man. But if he act up, I'm gonna call Thomas. I'm like, yo, Thomas, handle that for me. Thank you. Thomas Connor, go give him a follow. Next coming up, a mainstay here at the Monday Night Online Open Mic, also representing Pittsburgh. I love this poet, Vale Larkin. Do not let the awesome green hair fool you or take away. Pay attention to the writing. Vale is a writer's writer. Love Vale. Hi, Vale. Let the people know they can find you online, and you got 3 minutes to rock.
Hi. Okay, so since it's cupping season, I decided to walk away from the potential relationship I've been building for the past few months. So instead, I'm reading a breakup poem. Bumblebees and the persistence of time. I wake up. You open your eyes. His face is so close, always soft in sleep, and you feel your heart skip again. I can smell food, queasy and cloying. I choke it down. You don't throw up anymore. The scent of eggs and bacon is as welcome as the clamor from the bathroom. Small boys washing up and living so fast the walls can scarce contain them. I don't feel alone. Too often. I have friends and complicated love, and if every hand held a heart outstretched to me has met air, who can say why that has been since you? You watch them leap for school, their brave souls so strong, so bright and innocent, something you and I never knew in childhood. Your heart clenches, but you have no time for this. I have had time for it. Time in therapy, in hospitals, in doctors' offices, waiting in my wheelchair, at home, at home, at home. You dream of, I can't imagine now. Do you ever dream of two battered creatures clinging to one another through the tossing and tearing of the world, finding light, our lives and loves in the arms, in the soft sweet, in the slick wet, in the breath between us, in always and forever, those words over and over again. And why have I waited for 22 years to summon your ghost and the ghosts of our past? I have moved, grown, and traveled. I have lived, I have battled, I have loved so much more than I ever thought possible. And still I can taste you. And still I would follow you. And I think when I fade away from this world, you will not hear of it.
Unmute yourselves. Give Vale Larkin some love.
That was wonderful.
Wow.
Vale, your words are always so powerful.
Incredible. Thanks.
Damn. Vale Larkin. Make sure you go give Vale a follow on Instagram. Vale Larkin. You see the spelling of their name in their Zoom. Oh, and they got a link tree too. Vale Larkin on Linktree. Vale. I'm happy we got to hear your voice tonight, Vale. I'm glad it was strong enough that we got to hear. I love you. Vale is just so awesome. A writer's writer. And I know some people think that that's like a backhanded compliment, but as a writer, I think like that's the greatest compliment you can get, right? Because if you're a writer's writer, that means writers understand the craft and they understand, like they can see all the nuance and everything. And Vale is just awesome. And if you're friends with Vale and they leave a comment on your social media, you're gonna see like Vale never turns it off. Is always a writer, never turns it off. Vale Larkin, go give him a follow. All right, next coming up is Mr. Tessa Somok, the Tez Talk. Although the last time we heard from Tessa Somok, I believe he gave us a story. He is also a bard. I always like to remind people too that he is a bard amongst poets. Mr. Tessa Somok, let the people know they can find you online, and you got 3 minutes to rock out, brother.
All right, buddy. I just had a piece that was aired on Poetize, and I'm gonna put the link on there. One of my pieces, it was played in Arkansas, which I don't know how that happened, but I don't look a gift horse in the mouth, not very often. And you can catch me on Instagram under Gaseous 2019. I have a shorty for tonight. Can you hear me? All right, let's see. The veiled taunts of coding and recoding insults between insiders. Much of the anthropological literature promised that since 1492, the new continent would enter an acculturation and assimilation due to the large increments in mass communications, imposing new ways of life in which el que más conoce, el mejor comunicado es el que mejor vive o se adapta a las condiciones de la modernidad. The one with more knowledge or better communication skills would be better adapted to modernity. The literature of globalization considers that the high communication technology will terminate first peoples, such as the imperialist anthropology, that somehow that privileging modernity at all costs will lead in a linear tonic improvement in cultural sophistication. History is always written after the fact and in the straightest line. Everyone forgets the interruptions, the what the fuck moments, the cynical commentaries, the pragmatic hedging, and the preemptive double positive negation like, yeah, right. We recall only the clear lyricism of the scribe trying to redeem the mendacity of the task at hand, the betraying narratives of sabotage under the guise of nonviolent violence, the ones with the facade of smirkness, pleasantness, and dog whistling insider code words, than rather writing with frequent collaborator Elliot Kushner, accused those of using veiled obscenities to further the vulgar dehumanization of our entire democratic small d experiment. If someone shouts, "Let's go, Brandon," in the forest, will anyone get it?
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Mr. Tessa.
Bro,
So
nice.
woke.
That's awesome. Very good.
Dad's stuck.
Make sure you go give them a follow. Also, if you are on Facebook, the Facebook groups Pandemic Poets, which is what we have called ourselves based on the poem from DG Clear, and that is run by Mr. Tessa Somok. Make sure that you go join the group. A lot of different open mics and different stuff that the people in the community are doing are posted in there, so make sure you go check it out. Next coming up is another person who runs an open mic with Nomadic Press, and that is where's Nas? Nas Alay, there she is. Let me up here. Nomadic Press on Fridays has an open mic, and if I'm not mistaken, like you're up to like week 84 as well, right? Or week 85, like.
We're in exactly the same week as you.
Oh, snap. I love it, Nas. And I love the pictures that you have been posting of late. It's like you are just in pure joy, all these pictures. I'm loving it. You're lighting up my feet in my timeline. Nas, let the people know where they can find you online, and then you got 3 minutes to rock. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you. So I am apparently live again. So if you live in the Bay Area, you can catch me live at all these places here. If you go to nazila.com, which is my website, you can find it. And I have 2 poems. I love cuffing season and I love money. So this poem is called Lottery. Lord, I promise, if you give me $1 million tomorrow, I will be charitable, kind, and generous to all who have loved me well or been compassionate to me when I was in need. I will give to total strangers in the struggle, financially support good causes, and not spend it all in one place, but rather moderate my shopping between luxury stores and car dealerships, and put a limit on impulse buying, or maybe give myself an allowance. I will not bestow money upon the unworthy, not the greedy or opportunistic, not the ex-husband or any ex-boyfriends, lovers, or transactional relationships, especially that last one, Lord. It was unsatisfactory and ended badly. I will not reward problematic behavior, and he needs to learn independence anyhow. Lord, I just want to have more than I need and not worry that my utter demise is $100 away. You know I live in a capitalistic society. I am a Black woman who grew up poor. I have an incomplete college degree. I am not a tech professional. All I do well is art and loving people. That is to say, I am not a lucrative commodity, which in America locks me in a wooden box of income and means that I will never have enough. Dear Lord, I know you do not support materialism, but if you give me this money, I will use it for the greater good. I will not spend funds on hookers and coke anymore, nor will I donate it to corrupt organizations like Trump PACs or evangelical churches who hate love, joy, and Black people. I cannot promise I will spend it all responsibly. I covet a couple pairs of Jimmy Choos. My titties could use a bit of a boost, and I like a massage and a mani-pedi every now and then. But Lord, I swear to be frugal and practical, magnanimous and altruistic, and squander every penny before I die. And then I have one more short one.
Sorry.
No,
Go ahead.
no.
I jumped the gun. Go ahead.
This is really short. This is for all this is for all y'all cuffing people. This is a warning for cuffing season. The title is self-explanatory. You have a part in everything that happens to you. It doesn't mean that it is your fault the bear attacked you or that you provoked it. It could mean you decided to bathe in honey that day, or maybe you didn't run when you had the chance. Perhaps you fancied yourself the bear whisperer, or you thought playing dead would prevent being dead, as if death were the worst possibility. Examining your part is not blaming, it is empowering. The bear is here to maul people, and you are here to learn lessons. Next time, bring a gun to the bear fight, or better yet, don't fuck with bears. Thank you.
Unmute yourself.
You're amazing.
Yes.
All set.
Wait.
It was amazing.
Give your
But-
website one more time. Say your website one more time so people can follow you.
It's Nazila.com, Nazelah.com.
Awesome. Make sure that you go give this woman a follow. She is all kinds of
come to the-
awesome. Wait. I muted you. Hold on. Let me unmute you. Yeah, one more time. Because I muted everyone. Go ahead.
Sorry. Come to the virtual open mic on Friday nights. I posted the link. You can find us on website, Nomadic Press.
And that's where they'll be able to sign up, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Nazila Jameson. This woman is so awesome. Make sure you go give her a follow on the social medias. Make sure you check out her website. Make sure you check out Nomadic Press on Fridays. They are fantastic. I'm trying not to curse here. They're fantastic. Make sure you go give them a follow. And of course, like also from Nomadic Press, and we've totally stolen her and called her one of our own, is Noelia Cerna, who I see is also here in the Zoom. And also Miss Veet, also Haley, Poetry by Haley. And I know her last name because on the list last week, I put her last name twice. I'm so sorry about that, Haley. You're awesome. Okay, let's keep it moving. Next coming up, I've got, Sergio. And I got to meet Sergio at Princeton University. Let me unmute him. A friend of Royal Marsh. And he was like, yo, I got some poetry too. And I was like, where? Come hang out. And he was like, yeah. And a lot of people tell me they're going to come hang out and they actually don't follow up. So when I saw the name, I was like, the name sounds familiar, but I'm not sure from where. He really showed up. Sergio, brother, I didn't know your last name. It's good to see you. Are you wearing a jacket or something? You looking spiffy, 007 on me.
I was out all day, and then it just happened to put my schedule around. So I'm still in the middle of commuting back and forth.
Oh, snap, you still on the mission. You looking smooth, brother. You looking smooth. Let the people know they can find you online. And then I'm ready to hear poetry. You got 3 minutes to rock out.
Cool. I go by Rose on Instagram. I am Ronan Rose _. It's in my little name right there. I got 2 poems for you guys, and let's get into it. As it's close tonight, we medicate to gladdest night. These trials and tribulations made relationships last more than nights. Assumptions, altercation, vodka tonics went and made us fight. Now my mind's exploding to the thoughts that might just end my. But never mind, I found some shit that can distract me later. And if I hit this couple times, I might like Kevin better. So I participate because we made my mind so much better. And I was chiefing more and more in case this feeding lasts forever. I've experienced the hoes, I want a simple woman. See, I've experienced the fall, I had some different motives. Felt like I'm driving somewhere upstate where the lights don't shine, but it's clear as day. And the rainfall blinds because it's in my face. So if I make this left, I might just crash today. So maybe we should go before we overload or before we overdose of the love tonight. And I got a second poem. I just wrote this one yesterday, so we're gonna see how you guys feeling about this one. You found me when my winter was cold. At a snap of a finger, a fire arose, shined light, gave life, the time froze. The warmth of your heart thawed out mine. Then time began to soar through the galaxy. A parallel universe swapped you for you. Same face, different expression. Same look, different narration. Winter turned to spring, then spring turned to summer, then came the fall. We wanted more and nothing at all. The bed was no longer dressed in pink, red, and petals. It was dressed in decay, dark and dull. The thought crossed my head, but I could be wrong. To leave what I have, what I love, my sky and the stars, meant to leave this earth, but back in time is too far. Now there's nothing to fix and very little to hold. Time goes in a circle, and next thing you know, the snowflakes touch your hair and the ashes begin to glow. Your change of heart brought a fire to a close, and now you left me when my winter is cold. Thank you, guys.
Mute yourselves. Give some love to Sergio, y'all.
One of us.
Sergio, welcome to the Monday Night Online Open Mic. I'm happy to see you, brother. Sergio and I also have something in common that we're very interested in, and that is film. So he is also into that. Is that Royal Marsh? Ah, that's Royal Marsh, Royal. I love me some Royal Marsh right there. Roya, thank you for introducing Sergio to me and to this community. I appreciate you too, sis. Make sure you go look up Royal Marsh, Champagne Poet, on Twitter and Instagram. Roya hates when I give out her Instagram and Twitter So Champagne Poet. And after you follow her, at her and let her know that Advocate of Wordz sent you at Champagne Poet. But before you do that, go give Sergio a follow at Ronin Rose _ Go give that dude a follow. Shout out to them, y'all. I love it. Bronx in the building. Let's keep it moving, y'all. Now we got our Bronx energy up. That means I'm expecting y'all to be tough and strong because we're bringing on Vexed Lex. And I don't know if, Vexed is Vexed tonight or whatnot. Are we Vexed tonight, Vex? What's going on?
I'm not too vexed now.
Oh, okay. It's cuffing season. It's coming. We gonna get some honey or what? You know what? You just let us know where we can follow you online, and then you give us whatever you want.
Okay,
Good
you
to
can
see
follow
you.
me. Good to see you too. You can follow me on Instagram at VexLex Poetry and on Facebook at Alexis G. Garcia. So I'm gonna do 2 poems. This first poem, since it's Scorpio season, I was like, what a better time to read a poem than Scorpio season. It's called Scorpio Surge. The perfect storm for the time being, drawn to your warm waters. At last we finally meet. I rise and I rise over you. Continue to pour yourself into me. Consistent in my inconsistency, I start to slow down. Erratic, you lead the way. I continue to change direction. You amplify me with your aggression. Destruction is imminent. One of us will tire eventually. We are different in the same way. Drown out our surroundings. You have grown quite intolerant. I must stay true to my nature. Fickle. I've overstayed my welcome. I cannot allow you to dominate me. You pull away and I take my cue. As quickly as it formed, our storm soon dissolves. And my second poem is called Red Flag. My favorite color has always been purple, but after dealing with our situation, all that I could see was red. Scarlet, crimson, burgundy, and then there was you. I thought I could love you into a lighter shade, but I had to see you for the color you were, a lost lamb attracted to bloodthirsty wolves. Why do I care about you when you don't even care about you? Red has never seemed more red than when I thought I left you for dead. The flags were always there, but I was reminded of my fondness for amusement parks. It is time I get off because this ride isn't fun anymore. Thank you.
What an ending, Vex Lex.
Yes,
Vex.
Thank you.
Yes,
Amazing.
So good. So
Love
good.
the ending.
Thank you.
At Vexed Lex Poetry, make sure you give her a follow. Vex, you got to come out and hang out with us. All right, you've only done it once. We did get to hang out with Vex once, but only once. Come on, we need to see more of you. At Vex Lex Poetry, make sure you go give her a follow. Let's keep it moving. Next coming up, Scott Pleasant. There he is. Now, if you ever hear, I know I say this all the time, if you ever hear us say, great Scott, we have a pleasant gesture, it's because someone is giving up their spot for someone else to rock out. And that is because this man started out off. And this is one of those prime examples I talk about as how the community is really building the culture here. That's not just on me, that they are adding to it. And this is what we have. He's woven into our history. Mr. Scott Pleasance, let the people know where they can find you online. And you got 3 minutes to rock out, Mr. Legend.
All right, cool. Appreciate it as always. You can find me on Instagram at IamPoet33. And I'll jump right into this. My words are not written for you, as she took the pencil from my hand and swallowed it, as if the lead would embed some form of dictation on the inside of her body that could only be read when she bled. And this was the beginning of our relationship. 2 times 2 somehow still equaled too many proposals, and one bended knee after another that became scarred from rejection upon rejection that was unknowingly a blanket of protection tossed from above and resting on my shoulders. Too young to know better that there could be better than what was grabbing and holding my attention. But I tell you, she was all that and more. And when she began to pour, I opened the mouth of my heart and drank until the pit of my stomach had overflowed into my manhood. But I would soon find that the craving would not remain. And this was only our first date. But wait, it gets better. She decided to tell me that I resembled her friend, and I moaned, the friend in the zone of another time past. And at last, the truth be known, as suddenly she began to scroll through her phone. And as I got older, I would learn that relationships are chosen and not forcibly stolen within the sidewalks that life places before us. And there is no rush to place labels or begin fables, stories of love at first sight. So I looked into her eyes, and with all the directness that my mouth could punctuate and the straightness that my eyes could provide, I simply said, "May I have my pencil back in peace?"
Unmute yourselves, give some love.
That was awesome.
Amazing.
Amazing.
I feel like I'm such a faker,
I love this dude, Scott Pleasance at I Am Poet 33. And can you believe that he started off giving up his spot and shit instead of sharing his poetry? Awesome dude. Awesome poet. Make sure that you go give him a follow. He is always giving great poetry and energy to this community. I appreciate him so much. Let's keep the ball rolling because I want to try to get to people on the waiting list. And now we are going to Mia Aguilera, who I have a truce with. She is not going to cut me, and I am not going to say that she is from the wrong borough. She's from Brooklyn. Mia, let the people know they can find you online. You got 3 minutes to rock, sis. I am loving your fall bed as always. Awesome.
Thank you, Advocate. Hi, poets. Been loving everything that you've been reading so far. If you like fall pics and soon to be Christmas, you can follow me on Instagram at Mia Sochi. I'll put that in the chat for you later. All right. When I was in high school, my older brother died, and he has since become my muse. This is an erasure poem. Dear Ian, need your company on these colder days. This morning, geese in a V formation. We could, the jazz trio that plays every Wednesday night on Marcus Garvey. Send a picture to mom. You can count on me. Split a bag of gummy worms. Sometimes I listen to the only voicemail you left me. Let me show you the Gary Winogrand exhibit at museum.
You got a moment, Mia. You got a moment. We here with you. I'm seeing everyone in the chat and the Zoom. I know you're not looking at them. They here with you, all right? So you take a moment.
Yellow Cadillac glowing in a dark room. Love, X. Thank you.
Unmute yourselves and let's give some love.
Love you, Mia. Love you. Condolences, my condolences. I love you so much,
Great
big
job, Mia.
girl.
Great job.
I love the night. It was so beautiful.
Take care of yourself.
Thank you, Mia. Mia Aguilera. She is a mainstay here at the Monday night online open mic, and I always talk about how, like, the greatest artists in the world are those that allow themselves to be the most vulnerable with whatever that is. I appreciate you sharing that piece of you with Mia. I know that it's not easy, but we here for it, right? We here for it. Sometimes, sometimes we want to do jokey poems. Sometimes we dig a little deeper, things that touch a nerve. So Mia, I appreciate you so much, not just for not cutting me, thank you, but for everything and being part of this community. You know that you got family here. You are always welcome with us. You're not just always welcome, you're always wanted. So I appreciate you so much. Mia Aguilera, go give that woman a follow, yo. Soon Christmas collection. Soon. Now I'll be watching it. I'm watching Mia. I'm watching you. All right. Next coming up is Jane's spoken word. This woman is a badass. All right. I have warned y'all. There she is. Oh, Ron is right on top of it. You see, Jane is such a badass that my co-host is like, we got to quickly unmute her. Quickly. Jane, let the people know where they can find you online. And you got 3 minutes to rock out. It is a pleasure to see you as always.
Thank you. And I just want to say to Mia, our heart is with you. All of us poems love you and shared your emotion. It's hard to miss someone that we love. So we're sending you love. And I'm writing on theme, but it's more universal. So this is from my book, Word Against the Machine. Embarking on a quest, my visionary process of poetics to explore human realities, a rejection of the sacred cows of traditional Bible-thumping technicalities, a condemnation of the distorted machinations of jihadist idiocracies, acknowledging the depths of evil perpetrated against the other than white, a trail of tears, slavery, mutilations, rape, devastation, destruction, murder, mass incarcerations, hatred, and intolerance. Sorrowed by the purposely inflicted pain of one human upon another, I weep at the heartlessness of it all. My function as the poet is to navigate everydayness, dive into the abstract of experimental inventiveness, venture into the unsuspected, unexplored otherness, quench this thirst for experimental creativeness, exercise the practice of human separateness, conjure the spirit of comprehensive calmness, imaginate alternative futures of oneness, celebrate kind-heartedness. My responsibility as the poet is to introduce a new poetic speech to introduce peace and prosperity, to atone for the atrocities of humanity, escaping criticisms of a so-called right-wing moral majority, underwhelmed by the politically correctness of a bleeding heart left-wing minority, liberated to generate awakening with dazzling vocalic imagery, released from the superficial simplicity of mindless, endless hate that is wedded to a concentrated doctrines of religious states, absolved from past sins of our obscured face, questioning the abandonment of how and when we became not me, them, not us, intellectually disoriented from the unintelligible hurting of minds, curving words, staining vowels, revealing the non-anticipated time, engaged in abstractions, committed to shine, to Black Lives Matter, to Standing Rock, to dreamers, to youth on the march, to women on the move, to inspire tribal resolution where I and he and she and me and the rest of yous, including you and us, become we. Peace, yo.
Ooh, unmute yourselves. Give it up for Jane's spoken word.
Incredible, Jane.
Always, Jane. Dope.
Jane spoken word. Find on Facebook, Instagram. Make sure that you give her a follow. We are nearing the end of our guaranteed list, and I always like to give shout outs to people who are here in the building, even though they have not signed up, like Diane Ward. Hi, Diane. I love me some Diane Ward. Anthony Missiano. The date's over, Anthony. The wife's not there. Oh no, the poetry broke it up. I love what he's doing. All right. Also, Idionga. She killed it at Hybrid. Oh my God, people are still talking about that. Shout out to her. I see my man Elemental in the building. When you spell elemental, you take the T out, you put the 2 in. I also see the honey trap here, Mr. Paul Conqueso, who's doing his own workshop. Make sure you give him a follow. Ray Jane is here. I had talked about Ray Jane earlier. She is going to be in the 2-1 open mic, the 2 venues, 1 mic with Paris. I'm excited about having her there, of course. Poetic is here in the building, our brother from Japan. He is holding up a book by Miguel Aguilera, my man in Japan. I love this dude so much. Make sure that you go give him a follow. He's on YouTube. And my former wingman, only former wingman, because I don't need a wingman anymore, and that is DG Clearing. Get yourself a wingman. He is awesome. Although he may be more popular than you, you know, they did an article on him and got millions of views. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you go give him a follow. I know I mentioned Haley before. Haley representing Nomadic Press, and Haley representing herself, and she always represents herself well. Poetry by Haley, go give her a follow. Who else do we have in here that is not on the open mic list? That is here. Amanda Ashley Villanueva is here. I talked about Princeton University earlier. She came out and rocked with us out there. And I don't know if you heard earlier, but apparently there is something going on later. I don't know if you heard the poem from the Withdrawn, Amanda, but like, oh, I'm getting dragged into something. I will talk to you later. Thomas Jimenez, I don't know who Thomas is, but I've seen them in the comments. Shout out to Thomas. I appreciate you. The legend, the New York legend, Paul Skiff, who will be at 2 venues. 2 venues, 1 mic is here. Listening in. The Skiff First is here. Gustav Salas out of Florida is here. This dude got so much energy. I love having him be part of the community. Hopefully, we're going to hear from him next week. Ron Bremner, who keeps dropping poems in the chat. I see you. I appreciate you. Also, there is it Mikhail Marshall Poet? If I'm saying your name wrong, I'm sorry. Shout out to you. There's Roy Delgado is here. There are so many names. All right, I'm going to try to get back to the names. I'm trying to get to the names like who have the cameras on. But, Umberto Marte, my man, always checking us out. Noelia Cerna. All right, I'm going to get back to the names in the audience. I want to make sure everyone gets recognized, but I do want to get back to the poems too. Now, next coming up is, I had said it, I lost my open mic list. It is Trav the Poet. Where have you been, Trav? What the heck, man? What the heck?
I know.
Have you been? You better be off writing the great next American novel or having divine sex. Not great sex, not awesome sex, but divine sex if you're not going to hang out with us. Trav.
I got an album coming out later this month. So
okay.
But that's not why I haven't been here though. Yeah, things been crazy, but
oh man, I'm wishing you some calm and peace, and I'm happy you're here. Let the people know where they can find you online, and you got 3 minutes to rock, brother.
You can find me at Trav the Poet, TravDaPoet, pretty much everywhere. This piece I'm gonna do, I actually wrote like 20 minutes ago in here, but it's been on my mind for a while. Our international connection, more interwoven than intergalactic crashes between asteroids, trading fragments exploding from the collision and impact. Our hearts still intact after the mishmash. Stardust encircles us as we shine in love, reflecting luminescence from the sun, heavenly afterglow, cooled off by the lunar eclipse. Everything lined up perfectly, an open portal to see the future. If I could walk from NYC to Addis Ababa, I'd cross the Brooklyn Bridge, feet moving faster than East Africans in the marathon, dashing through the concrete jungle, not concerned with the gorillas, starving, holding banana clips, swinging on the block, looking for a meal. I'd run with enough faith to join Peter and Jesus Christ, King of Kings, as the only men to walk on water, except I'm sprinting to see my queen. I'd cross through Nigeria, navigating naively, getting directions in Lagos, to cross this great continent to the east side, putting the pieces together like Legos. Ethiopia is in my heart now. African-American marrying into Africa, reclaiming the pieces of lost identity lost by middle passages, restoration of lineages written in DNA and heritages for our future seeds. The great farmer pollinated us from different lands, fulfill his purpose and our needs. My love is strong. My spirit is grieved. In your country, the mob's deep. Prodigious statements. There's a war going on outside no man is safe from. I was set to take off, Wheels up this Thursday to stay in our guest hideaway, but I was turned away. Wisdom given by my dad, my lady in the Department of State, said it's not safe. Civil war tearing the country apart, our union in pain. Ethnic tensions threaten internal defenses, region against region, rebels forming coalitions, coalescing with dreams to overthrow the Federation through division. You message me on WhatsApp so I'd know what's up. The Ethiopian government blocked Facebook and all outside communication, us disconnected. The isolation is killing me. I should be there to protect, deflect, utterly destroy any soldier that would test you on my new family. My emotions are overriding my better judgment, highways in my mind's driving to insanity. I pray for your nation, collective humanity. United Nations have been banned and man-made famines created genocidal calamity. Millions of people affected, displaced, neglected. The irony, the Nobel Peace Prize winner is the warlock with the weaponry. The prime minister administering decisions divesting denizens in devilry. I told my queen to stay safe, invisible, blend in, don't make any mistakes. Speak your ethnic language to survive the wrath of the passions of her grins from Tigray. While we speak our love language through prayer, I have to patiently wait until the war is done for my cuffing season. Afrika Shalu Batan, Bezalim, baby.
What? Give it up for Trav the Poet.
All right, that was
What
nice.
a return.
Incredible.
Yeesh.
Damn, come through.
Right
Come
there.
through with that shit.
Oh,
Trav the Poet, what a return, brother. I'm sorry for whatever you've been going through and taking care of. I'm wishing you so much energy. Please know you got a home here. I hope that you can come back. I understand. I like to tease all of y'all that y'all need to give up your life to be here, but I'm well aware that real life happens. But that's only because I miss y'all. Trav the Poet, make sure you go give this dude a follow, man. Oh, love it. All right, let's keep it moving. Next coming up is, I believe this is a new voice to the Monday Night Online Open Mic. And that is, and I hope I'm saying it right, Shagun.
Yes, it's Shagun.
Shagun.
Yes.
I'm going to act like Scott Pleasance didn't send me a direct message on how to properly pronounce it, and I just figured it out on my own. Where are you located?
I'm in New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
New Jersey.
Yep, in New Jersey. Yeah.
So I don't know if you know this, but we've been doing this for 48 weeks. And this is your first time with us. So where have you been?
I know. Scott's been telling me to come and I'm finally here. So yes.
All right. Yeah. You're finally here and you're a friend of
Yes.
Scott. We love our Scott. Okay, great. So you see how it is. You let us know where we can find you online if you want to share your social media.
Yes.
And then you got 3 minutes to rock out. Welcome to the Monday Night Online Open Mic. The floor is yours.
Thank you. So my name is Shagun. You can find me on Instagram. It is shags_18. It is my first time here and it's been so wonderful and amazing. And you all are you're great. So I'm going to perform this poem. It is called Reasons. Knowing the reasons for an escape feels like a privilege. And using that escape through the guise or belief of necessity feels like the truth. And truth sometimes feels fixed or unknown or constructed through a limited and bruised imagination. So the truth is still unknown, but it is fixed because a memory that sounds like hurt did exist. And if it's the quest that makes it very human-like and mundane, then I pine for it. And some days, I don't want this kind of boredom. Some days, I want it as bad as I want to write. And if that means anything, then this poem knows that I can't get to a chair without setting a stage twice, dismantling a space only to put it back together, so that grief is just as much the cause as it is the effect. So truth does not want to be found or recognized, but it wants to stay fixed. And I don't want to discuss the reasons why I left or came back. And I wonder if not wanting to discuss something is the same thing as not wanting to find something. Because if I did find it, would I feel the need to talk about it? And if I didn't talk about it, would I get over it? And do we ever really get over anything that was once something? And if that's the truth, then it is fixed and it is still unknown. Every moment feels larger than me, and grasping it without language feels inevitable. And some things we play with are objective, and some things remain questions because it allows us to write things like this without punishment. And we're allowed to say open to interpretation with the same vigor it takes to judge those that escape with a bottle and escape those and judge those that escape without a bottle. So knowing that truth is fixed and unknown does not feel enough as it did before, and it still feels as useless. My reasons are not always my truth, but they can be. And maybe those reasons were built from hurt imaginations, and maybe those reasons were true and they were valid and they were reaffirmed, but they still feel just as unknown. And grief still sits, and the escape feels better without knowing the cause. I'm trying to reason with the reason, just so there's a story to tell one day that sounds like the truth. And there are too many stories that we never hear, but they all happen at once. And if that's the truth, then it's fixed and it's just as unknown. Thank you.
Ooh, unmute yourselves. Give it up for Shaq. Introductory poem to the community. You hear them screaming, one of us. That means the community wants you back. Make sure you go put your info into the chat so that people could copy and paste. We're human beings. We're lazy. You said it. We didn't write it down. It's easy to copy and paste so that they can follow you. Oh, Mr. Scott Pleasance did well. You did well. You did well. It took you a long time to get her here, Scott, but you did well. You did well. You brought a good one. We love you, Scott. All right, I'm loving it. Let's keep it moving. Next coming up, I've got, I believe it's Joseph, right? Joseph Volpe. Yep, Joseph is next. And I believe Joseph's been on here a couple of times. Where are you, Joseph? There you go. Wait,
How you
Joseph,
guys?
have you been on here before?
I was so I've been in a few times just watching, and I did recite once.
Okay, because yeah, I
I
recognized
lost my
your
virginity
name.
to you guys.
Awesome. And he back for more. Okay, Joseph,
Yep.
let the people know where they can follow you online. Then you got 3 minutes to rock.
So you can follow me at Poetically Shocking on Instagram. There you'll find anything I'm working on and a link to my book series, Collective Perspective. And tonight I'm on theme with one of them. One's called Sober Thoughts. And ironically, I'm pretty sure I was drunk when I wrote it. And then I have one about my dad called Forgotten. So here we go. Drunk words are sober thoughts, but the things I want to do to you, I wish were not only thoughts. These feelings that I caught are not something that can be easily fought. They are special, unique, something that cannot be bought. Materials do not impress me. I have what I want, so those things suppress me, but you are something that I do need. I'm unsure how to tell you or show you that. Guess I'm a hard read. If you look in between the lines, you will see I am just a guy who needs a chance to show you how happy you should be. Your sky is gray, the rain is lurking from the feelings that you were burning up inside. Just take my hand, I will help you through it because rain or shine, I am someone you always can confide in. I have been wandering this earth, wondering where you have been, because another minute spent without you is a sin. I am not willing to make any other mistakes, so this is a risk I must take no matter what calculations I make. I know this can result in a heartache. If I do not act on something this strong, it would only lead to regret. You are not someone I ever want to forget. If I ever lost you, I will not just be able to get over it. I cannot reset. My time with you makes me wonder if I'm awake, since the only time I am this happy is in my dreams. Since tragedy is reality's theme and my life seems like a meme, I cannot promise that every moment will be perfect. There will be times when we are happy, angry, or sad. But every hurdle, every obstacle will only make me grateful and glad that I have you. I would not want to wake up next to anyone else. That would be a skewed view. Each day has brought me something new, and I have seen how my feelings have grew. At my age, I am avoiding stress. So at the end of the day, I just want to lay with you and hold your breast. I just want to laugh and enjoy myself. But how could I do that when I don't have you? Just want to wrap my arms around you, close my eyes, and be at peace. All the weights in the world are not enough to keep me sane. You are what keeps me sane, my separate piece. If being with you is a crime, lock me up, call the police. Please, baby, do me the honor and cuff me up. Take some time to think about it. These words are not hollow. If I could not have you, that would be a hard pill to swallow. I am choked up, arms are shaking, hoping to hear the answer while my heart is racing. We miss the chances we do not take. If this is a mistake, it's the only one I want to make. Roses are red, violets are blue. Words will never describe how much I cherish you. And my second one, Forgotten. I'm starting to forget the sound of your voice, but I only wanted to forget the pain. Life never gives us that choice. If it weren't for pictures, I would have forgotten the smile on your face. There are days when I lack a charitable demeanor. We always think life can't get meaner. As the years tick by, my love never sways. Some days are easier than others. There was a time where I couldn't be here for myself, let alone others. Spend my days thinking less about wars I won and more about the battles I lost. I've accomplished many things, but at what cost? Life has fed me shit sandwiches, but I'm forced to smile and walk the fine line. That smile is the only fake thing about me, but truth be told, behind that smile lies plenty of burdens closing in like curtains. Any kind of glimmer of hope shunned out by unfortunate reality, you aren't here. You were one of my best friends. One of the few to be there when life decided to teach its lessons. Never have I felt so lost. I was second, third, and fourth guessing. For years, each step I took was filled with doubt, constantly looking up because I just always seemed to be down and out. Searching for your guidance, but life took away one of my counselors. 7 calendar years have burned since we parted ways. 2,758 days, and I'm holding on to these memories as if someone is trying to zap them out of my brain. Why does our mind allow us to forget people and not the pain? Feeling trapped inside, your mind only feels like a jail sentence without a period because it feels never ending. Overthinking, uncontrollable winking, bothering my brain down to its last molecule only to ridicule my conscious. Coping with death makes the mind feel like a hell in a cell, mentally traumatized, emotionally paralyzed, unable to digest the thought that everything in this life dies. When it's time for my goodbyes, I only pray I'm not forgotten. I hope there are people who hold on to memories the way I hold on to yours. My time will come, but not for a long time. When I meet you at those pearly gates, I will no longer worry about forgetting, only rejoicing over the reunion. Finally, I was able to write a happy conclusion.
Unmute yourselves and give some love to
Joseph,
Joseph.
that was dope.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
I love that.
Joseph Volpe. I hope I'm saying it right. Did I say it right? Joseph Volpe. Joseph, make sure you put your info in the chat so that people can give you a follow. We've gotten through our guaranteed list. We are going to get into our waiting list. I think we're going to be able to get to everyone in our waiting list. But like I said, there are other people who are here in the audience. I want to try to give them some love. So, like I said, I had mentioned Umberto. There is Arson Tumanian. If I say your names wrong, I'm so sorry. I really am trying to give y'all love for being here and checking us out. I see we have Jacqueline here, Michelle, I think it's pronounced Tong. I hope I'm saying it right, or Tong, I'm not sure. Mabel Sosa is here, Georgie Smith, Selma Music, Sophia Rothermel. God, I'm so bad. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your names. Tasmania Hazan, Oscar, Mata. Who else do we got here? So many. Sammy Zhang, Sonia Chung, and I saw Sonia before. She had on her camera before. Linda Klitsch, right? I hope I'm saying that right. Klitsch. Then we have, I don't know if it's Tien Bu or Tien Bu, but shout out to you. I know that they've been here before. They said that they wanted to sign up on the open mic. So hopefully they're going to sign up on Monday. Julia Vaz, Luis Nazaire, Nashara, Yapa, so many new names today that I haven't seen before. Thank y'all all for coming here. I know there's probably some names. Sabina Alamova, Julia Tanvir. If I am missing your name, I am so sorry. Michelle Chen, I see you. Natalia, I'm not even going to know how to say your last name. I'm not going to butcher it. I'm sorry. But shout out, I see you checking this out. Kira Erba, shout out to you. Thank you for checking us all out. I really try to get everyone in the audience, like, shout it out, let them know that we see you here. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. Hopefully the only names I have missed thus far are the names that we're going to call on the waiting list, because we're going to get to the waiting list and we're going to get to them all Ron Mark Thompson, starting off with him. Ron, one more time, let the people know where they can find you and Bronx Art and Fun Hub online. And you got 3 minutes to rock, brother.
Thank you so much. I am Ron Mark Thompson, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. On Wednesday, I'll be hosting a writing workshop with the Wordz Write in the evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Thursday, I'll be hosting a practice performance meetup. And on Friday, Bronx Art and Fun Hub, I'll be co-hosting with my friend Tiffany our first open mic since the last 6 months at Bronx Art and Fun Hub. And I'll put that in the chat. And don't forget on Sunday, 2/1, the first installment inaugural event created and produced by Mariella and Advocate and hosted by Advocate of Wordz in New York City and David Barnes in Paris. Sunday, November 14th, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure if you want to be live in the audience, talk to Advocate, hit him up on social media, or if you can make it in person, watch via Zoom or YouTube. All right, cuffing season. I had no idea what cuffing season meant, and I know I'm not by myself because I was talking to some friends yesterday and we also didn't know what it was. So here's what I wrote. Very, very short. I know. All right. When I heard of the theme of the season of cuffing, I wondered, what kind of flavor is this? Shall I be blushing? Does it refer to a shirt's cufflink? Is that the season of fashion, I think? Or maybe it's when everyone uses 2 or 1 handcuff. Oh my, that sounds like some real exciting hot stuff. No thank you, I'm not into any cuffs here or there, neither from the police or an S&M partner, I swear. But if you're into that with your companion of sex, that's fine with me. Go ahead, you show off and flex. Maybe I'm not yet mature to realize what cuffing season means. Or maybe I need to learn more about the snow and the routines. Or maybe I've been away and single for far too long to realize I too should be singing the cuffing song. I admit I don't like the winter. The cold bites tough under my coat and hat. So if anyone wants to cuff with me, feel free to hit me up in the chat. So allow me to end my cuffing poem on a note as always bright. Remember to see the light and have a shiny and cuffed night. The end.
What a poem. Give it up for Ron Mark Thompson.
Yes, Ron,
Ron Mark Thompson, Bronx Art and Fun Hub. Go give them a follow. Ron will be at Hybrid. He will be at 2-1. He's here every Monday night. I love this dude. I love that poem too. Make sure you go give him a follow. Okay. I don't think IC is here, right, Rom? We didn't see him.
That is correct, yeah. IC is not here, and I also did not see Lisa.
Liza's not here. She emailed me. All right, so we could go to Aurecio Rivera. Where is he? It's been a little while since he's been here too. Wait, where is he?
I hear.
Oh, there you are. What's going on, brother? It's been a minute since we've seen you.
I know it has been a minute. How you doing?
I'm good. Let the people know where they can find you online, because like we see you. I feel like maybe once a season or once every few months. You live in your best life offline. But let us know where we can find you online, and you got 3 minutes to rock.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much, yo. It's been a great night. You can find me. I just put it in the chat. You can find me on Instagram at @Arisael_Riv, RIV. Yeah, and I got a little poem that I wrote about my ladies. So here we go. It's called My Pillow. My pillows are crumpled up pieces of paper. My head rests on paper cuts. My sheets feel like sandpaper scraping at my sensitive skin. My fleece like a sweaty old man who's fallen on sleep on top of me. His dead stinky weight not comfortable but grimy. My bed sucks since I kissed you. Since I held you in my arms and felt your weight over mine. My bed sucks since your hand caressed my skin. Since your voice whispered in my ear. My clean sheets on my lips taste stale when remembering your lips. You linger. You made my bed a foreign animal to me. And in your embrace, I feel the need to be. My bed is not where I want to sleep. You are the only rest I want to keep. Thank you.
You yourself, make some noise.
Bravo,
That's
welcome
awesome.
home. Welcome home,
Back, brother.
Aguilera.
Back.
Thanks for
Yes, welcome back. You need to be coming back more often. Make sure you put your info in the chat so that people can follow you. All right, we got 2 more people on the open mic list, on the waiting list. I don't know what happened to IC, and I know that Liza Acevedo emailed me. She wasn't able to make it. Maybe by the time the waiting list is over, Anthony Misiano will fix his marriage and date night, and we won't feel so guilty for it. Go ahead, do it, Anthony. Do it. Do the camera thing. Do the camera thing. We want to see it. We want to see it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You guys need to join us on Zoom. We act like fools over here. All right. So next coming up, I have, oh, wait. I just hit the wrong one. Tabitha Adams. We're going to the Bronx. We're going to the Bronx. I love going to the Bronx. Where's Tabitha? I know Tabitha. I saw her before. Oh, there she is. There's Tabitha. Tabitha, the Bronx in the house. Tabitha. This is, now, I know you rock on Thursday nights too, but this is your 3rd Monday night with us, right? In terms of sharing the poem.
I think so. I appreciate you for keeping count because, you know, I'd be kind of nervous, but I think it's my 3rd one with you guys.
Awesome. That means you're a mainstay here. A mainstay here at the Monday Night Online Open Mic, representing the Bronx is Tabitha. Let the people know where they can find you online because they're not going to want to follow you in the streets. You'll cut them up. Let them know where they can follow you online, and let's hear your poetry, sis.
Thanks, Advocate. I'm tab_001 on Instagram. Oh, I'm sorry, I touched something. I went on theme. It's unfinished, it's raw, it's a little we're working on it. Standards. So familiar with noise, it's comfortable. Like a blanket that wraps you in full security, he speaks. People dream of being here. I laugh. Is he telling me I, who can sit all day in the mind of a life that I have yet to live, staring at a bed of roses that have never grown on dry patches, in the midst of the most beautiful place my mind can grow? Does he think I sit here in a daze thinking of him? He leans back and repositions himself. Opportunities pass me, like him dipping the tip of his meat into someone else's cavity, yet I'm supposed to be fulfilled with just being here. Why? And where's here? At the right of whose side? A charm to whose necklace? A cheek filled in between my thighs? Late nights, lean moments, my name rises to his occasions. They look at the beauty of his woman while he stares at the ass of someone else's. Ironic. And me be okay with that. With just being here. Free time spent where? In pretty things? Looking at pretty things? My name substituted in anything and everything, making me and them or just like hers. The first of his butterflies, his long walks to your home. With every step, his heart beats just a little faster. Fingers crossed in public places, and she must have closed too tightly. Now every woman that passes gets called by her name. A guy that was never taught that men don't chase trials and should never supply the bat that breaks his own home, doesn't know gold. A woman who shines broken, beaten, who builds a home torn hand, a few screws. With the other hand, she holds his ego while gently storing pride in the back of his closet. And peace.
Ooh, she's setting off alarms.
Oh my God.
Yes,
Amazing.
yes. Up all the alarms. Let's go. That was lit.
On the other hand, she holds his ego.
Go. Go.
Love it. Tabitha, make sure you give her a follow. So Bronx. I love my Bronx people, man. I love Bronx. I love how she started it to, like, want. Well, we getting it. We fixing it. So Bronx, I love it. Make sure you go give her a follow. All right. We have come to the last person on the mic, and this poet is definitely not the least. She has been here quite a few times less. I think this will be her third time as well. Tamar Monker. And I love this woman's energy too and poetry. It has been such a pleasurable night, and we are ending on such a good note. Let the people know how they can find you online, if you even want them to. And then you got 3 minutes to share poetry. It's good to see you again.
It's good to be here again. And yes, it's been a magnificent, marvelous night. An interesting theme, Cuffing, because the poem I chose tonight is based on a music composition. It's a musical poem that my husband wrote, and it's called Hypnosis, but not HYP, HIP, Gnosis rap. Hypnosis. Jazz is hip, and you should know its message flows from way baby to T to you and me hypnotically to set us free. It's rich and deep in sound, reaching straight into our minds, leading us to our destiny on the outer reaches of fantasy. Walk with me so you could see this world of mine through the eyes of time. Dance with me down painted streets on broken glass. You can ask, why do people live this way in tall brick towers that seem to say, you will never survive the lie, so why don't you give up and die? But the music says never. The music says never. The music says, never will I give up my dream of love, success, and self-esteem, even when everything seems lost in space in this hopeless race. Tune into that inner being. Listen to that ancient beat, drumming strength to help you defeat the bleak conditions of these streets. Fly above circumstance. You too can have a chance to be the best at what you do, because the music says it's true. Walk the hypnosis, talk the hypnosis, dance the hypnosis, play the hypnosis. Hypnosis, hypnosis, hypnosis. Thank you.
Yes.
Ancient beat.
That hypnosis for
Yeah.
real.
That was so awesome.
That was nice.
I love it. I love it. I love the rhythm and the rhyme and everything. Poetry is rhythm, yeah. If you were to look up the all the major dictionaries, the definition of poetry is, they all differ, but they all talk about rhythm. I love the rhythm of that poem. I also talk about how I don't want people, when they write their poems, do not repeat words haphazardly, but if you're doing so to build rhythm, it adds to it. And I loved what Tamam did. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much for being part of this community. Tonight was awesome. I really enjoyed it. I think we got to 29 poets, 30 poets tonight. So real quick, let me take care of business. Make sure that you guys go check out the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, nuyorican.org. Also on Facebook and YouTube, where Tamam's and everyone else's poems are recorded, and they are going to be there for you to rewatch. Thank you for everyone coming in and checking out tonight and giving our poets a lot of love and the community a lot of love. We appreciate that. We're looking to build a community of poetry connoisseurs, not just people who want to be heard, although we definitely want people here to be heard, like to strengthen their voice. I've been your host, Advocate of Words. You can check me out on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube and all this stuff. Look up Advocate of Words. When you spell that, that is with a Z. Make sure you give me a follow so you know what's going on with 2 venues, 1 mic. Oh yeah, Amanda Villanueva is also going to be there. I had mentioned her name earlier, and even though she showed up late, but she did show up, thank you. So it is going to be awesome. And Diane Ward and Paul Skip. Oh, so it's going to be so awesome. And it's just beginning. One more time, Shout out to that beautiful woman, Mariela Salazar, who's in the UK, staying up late and traversing Europe and making all these calls so that all of us could look really good on the world stage. I appreciate you very much, babe. Shout out to Ron Mark Thompson for backing me up with the production here in case I got booted from Zoom. And with that being said, like we always like to do, close out the night with the Good Night Sweet Poet poem. And you've heard my voice all night, so I like to hand it over to another member. Other community. I gotta get ready. Here we go. Whoop! All right, I'm ready for it. We're gonna close it out with Deadpan Lizzie. The floor is yours. Take us home.
Thank you, Beanie Brother. Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for sharing what you've written. Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Good night, sweet poet. May your dreams be as imaginative as tonight's poems. Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for inviting the spirit of Miguel Agarin into your home. This has been the Monday Night Online Open Mic, presented by the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, hosted by my Beanie Brother, advocate of Wordz. On behalf of the community tonight, Elizabeth Sophia Strauss, the Beanie God, Deadpan Lizzie, would like to say